another episode of Cooking with Fire, here again at Station 19. Today we're going to be cooking on the grill. My guest is Corey Tedder. We were in the academy together, right?
4 months, yes ma'am.
4 months together. So what are you going to be cooking today?
We're going to start off with some red potatoes in the oven. That's the only thing we're not going to cook on the grill today. Then we got some fresh asparagus and some salmon that's going to be on the grill. So we're a little bit inside, a little bit outside today.
So what do you want to start with?
We're going to start off with the potatoes. They're going to take about 45 minutes, so they're the longest. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and we got a few cut up here. Angie's going to cut our last one up for me. So
specifically, is there a size that I need to cut? I see you got them kind of small in there.
Yeah, we like to cut them pretty small and get them laid out flat on the pan. That way they cook good. I like them to be a little bit crispy. You don't want them to be really crispy, but nice and flat so they get a little crisp to them. Okay. So we're going to take a little bit of olive oil. Not too much, same thing, too much olive oil we'll kind of lose some of our crispness. Yes, ma'am.
So is the olive oil just to kind of help crisp them or to hold the seasoning on?
Yeah, hold the seasoning on, keep them from sticking to the pan. I like the flavor of olive oil too. So, okay. Now I got a little mix of seasoning here. Sprinkle that on.
Could you use vegetable oil if you?
You could, but I prefer olive oil just because it's a little more healthy.
Okay. I'm going to add this potato there.
So I flip that a little bit, add a little more seasoning, just a little.
Add this potato?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just add just a little bit right here.
All right.
All right. And what kind of seasoning did you say that was?
That's a nature seasoning. That's a blend of salt and pepper, and there's a couple other little things in there. You can make your own seasoning if you like, okay. Whatever you prefer, but it's a good balances of seasoning. So now we're good and covered there. We're not drenched in olive oil, but we're nice and covered. All the potatoes are. So Angie, if you grab the pan for me.
And obviously we don't need to grease the pan. So
right, we got olive oil. So we're going to spread them on there evenly. Angie, if you'll take and get them nice and flat for me.
I was getting hands dirty.
Yeah, that's fun.
All right.
Perfect.
And so what's the temperature of the oven?
So we're at 425. You can cook them a little bit hotter to get them more crispy, but about 45 minutes at 425 will be perfect. About halfway through, I like to turn them and get both sides good and cooked. So awesome. If you want to go ahead and drop those in.
Okay, can we get that? There you go. And into the oven. And you said how long again?
45 minutes at between 425 and 450.
So 45 minutes, and while that's cooking in the oven, we're going to get it started on.
We're going to start working on our asparagus first.
Okay.
So Angie, if you'll go ahead and snap those and cut them for me.
All right. So I learned this nifty little trick on how to cut the ends of the asparagus off. When you bend it, when it snaps, that's about the size of the bunch that you get needs to be cut. So you just line it up with the rest of the asparagus, and then just cut where it was snapped. Perfect. Okay.
All right. I've made a little tinfoil pan here. You can use, use tinfoil to roll it up together if you want to. We're going to leave it out, and we're going to cook it a little bit hotter this way. But we've just kind of folded the edges together, make a flat pan for the grill, and then we'll go ahead and place the asparagus in there.
So are you going to just place the butter, you said?
Yeah, we're going to, now we got them in there, we will butter.
Now, if I wanted to use the oil, could I use the oil?
Yes, you can use olive oil here too. At Station 3, we kind of tend to go with butter, but
butter's better.
Well, not better for you. A little more flavor.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah, it tastes good. But we're doing good. We're eating healthy with the asparagus.
We don't get too crazy with the butter. Just a decent amount there.
Okay.
All right. So you can just pile that on there because it'll melt once it gets on the grill.
Okay.
All right. So our seasoning here, a little bit of onion powder and garlic powder. Same thing. Just
kind of season to taste.
Season to taste. Season to taste.
Right. Now, if for some reason the weather was bad outside and you couldn't cook outside, could you do this same thing in the oven?
Oh, most definitely you could. With the grill, you get a little more crisp. We'll show you later on that how we pull it out of this pan, and we'll actually crisp it a little bit on top of the grill. That's kind of our secret. But yeah, you could do it in the oven too. But
Okay.
so that's finished. We'll set that to the side and get the fish going now. That'll be going on the grill.
Here. We're going to put all this on at the same time?
Yes. Well,
Asparagus and the fish?
the asparagus can go on a few minutes before. It's going to take about 20 to 25 minutes. The fish is going to be a little bit shorter, so I like to get the asparagus ready, get it on the grill, and then come back in and get my fish going, because it's not a lot of prep for the fish. We just have a blackened seasoning that we're going to use on it, and garnish it with a little bit of lemon while it cooks, and let the lemon juice cook down into the fish.
I'll cut the lemon up for you?
Yeah, go ahead. Thick, thin slices, however you like it. It doesn't matter. The thicker you are, the more lemon juice you're going to get down in there. So blackened season, whichever blackened season from the store you can buy, you can make your own. The more seasoning we use, the spicier it get. Blackened season can get pretty spicy if you go heavy with it. I like it a little bit spicy, so we'll coat it on there pretty good today.
Oh, awesome. I'm actually really excited to try this fish. I'm not a fish person, but I've heard great reviews from this one. Excuse me. So I'm really excited to actually try this. There's our lemon. Pop these seeds out.
Angie, you know what? I forgot one step.
What's that?
The olive oil.
That's what happens when you cook. So we're supposed to rub it down with olive oil.
Yes, ma'am.
So before you put the spices on, you want to rub it down with olive oil. Now, since you have that on there, could you kind of just mix it all together and get it to rub in?
We can. So I'll just put a little bit on it.
And you want it all over the fish to kind of help hold the seasoning on there?
Yes, ma'am. And what I'll do also before I put it on the grill is we'll put a little bit on the bottom on the skin
Okay.
to keep it from sticking to the grill. So a little bit on top, and now we get to make a little bit of a mess. So I'll just rub this in.
Oh, so it just basically kind of mixes it
Oh,
all
yeah.
together. So.
And Angie, if
Okay.
you want to take the rest of that blackened season and go ahead and pour it on here,
Yep.
I'll rub it in too.
So this is quite a bit of seasoning. Is that normal?
It's preference,
Sorry.
but I like it to be a little bit spicy. And with a good thick piece of fish like this, it's not gonna
Yeah, it's
burn you
not
up too
really
much, I don't think.
A good, thick, meaty piece of fish.
And speaking of the fish, we have a fresh piece of salmon here. What we like to do to kind of stay within budget at the station, we'll actually have frozen salmon. We've been getting at a pretty decent price, and we can
Nice.
stay on a pretty good budget cooking frozen. We'll just thaw it out and do the same thing. If you'll hand me a paper towel, Angie, I'll get my hand clean. So the last thing to do, now that we've got it seasoned, we'll get the lemon placed on top.
Any order? Just cover it up.
However you like it. Looks good right there. So bigger piece of fish, more lemon. Smaller piece of fish, less lemon. So that's pretty much it for the prep. Now we'll just take the asparagus out to the grill first and get it going, and then we'll get the fish on second.
All right. So while we take this fish and the asparagus out to the grill, you guys enjoy our safety message.
Honestly, if I was just walking out here to grill, I would just leave it right there.
I would not have, it should not be on wood. It should be on
On the concrete?
on concrete.
I'm guessing that's wrong.
It's too close to the railing.
Out on the rail, not too close to the house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go here.
Okay.
This is what I do at my house.
How about that? So now I would open up the grill.
You want to make sure that your gas tank is all set.
So we would turn this on, I would think.
Why do these buttons never work on these grills?
Now.
This is where we're gonna.
Now.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna stop you.
So where do we go?
Oh, because
will
the
you
gas
do?
was on, so I should wait for a while for it to dissipate. How long should I wait?
A minute, 30 seconds.
3 minutes?
5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Yeah,
Get
you're gonna be,
out,
you're gonna be
really?
safe.
Yes, okay.
Wow.
I'm gonna turn off your.
I just turn it off.
You turn that off, and then go to the back and turn off your gas.
Turn off this, close this, come back here and turn off the propane tank. How's that?
That's not correct. Okay. Tell us the right way then.
Turn off the propane tank first?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Before I turn off the knob?
Yeah. Because that's the source. It's the source. So you turn up the source. There's no.
And
Yeah. So we'll first turn off the gas in the back.
In the back.
So we're outside here at Station 19 in our grill area. And earlier we came and put the asparagus on, so it's been cooking a little bit.
Asparagus is already in.
We're gonna grab the-
We said about 20 to 25 minutes on the asparagus.
Okay.
The grill right now is reading about 425, so that's going to be a good temperature to cook at. And we'll get the fish on and get it going. So Angie, if you'll get the grill
here.
open for me. All right. So we got a little bit of olive oil on the bottom of the fish, like we talked about,
Can we
to keep it from
slide it over
sticking.
there?
Sure you can. All right.
There
Skin
we go.
side down first. That looks good there. So Angie, if you'll shut the grill.
And how long do you say that this needs to sit?
So we're going 8 minutes on the bottom side for the fish, and then we'll flip it skin side up for another 8 minutes. When we do that, I'll take the lemons off and leave the lemons on the top rack to let them continue to cook, and that way the juice starts to come out of those lemons. And then I'll actually turn it back over and put the lemons back on top for just a few more minutes and let that juice really start to run in there, and then we'll pull it off. So
Nice.
should be about 15 to 16 minutes total, and then about that time the asparagus will be finished, and so it all can come off at the same time.
Sounds good. We've had our fish and our asparagus been cooking for about 8 minutes. Well, the asparagus has been on for a little while, and the fish has been cooking for about 8 minutes, so it's time to flip. So Corey, if you would do the honors of flipping our fish.
All right. Here's the fun part. We got to make it stay together.
Do you keep the lemons on it
Keep the
when you
skin
flip
on.
it?
Thank you, Angie.
You're welcome.
I would have figured it out when the lemons fell down in the grill.
Well, that does keep it pretty moist on there
All
too.
right. So I like to put the lemons back on the top here, and they will stay warm. The juice is already falling out of it. So back to the large spatula here. We do have a big piece of fish, so we're going to get up under this fish.
Careful,
and just give it a
easy.
slow
Oh,
turn.
Nice. That was an award-winning flip right there.
There we go.
There you go.
That's looking good. Now we're
Asparagus.
going to get our asparagus, and Angie, I'm going to pull these things out. If you'll grab the tin foil there and slide it on out of the way. So these asparagus are starting to soften up. Like I said before, I'd like them to have a little bit of a crunch to them. So we'll put them right on the grill here and get those to start to crisp up a little bit.
Okay.
And they should be good and crispy by the time the fish finishes. So we got
Awesome.
another 8 minutes on this side of the fish.
Okay.
When we get done with that 8 minutes, we'll turn it back over, drop the lemons back on top, and everything should be finished up.
Awesome. So, well, if you'll shut the top on that, we actually cooked a meal ahead of time so that we could show you guys what it would look like when it's done. So this delicious meal, the salmon and the asparagus and the potatoes. We pulled the potatoes out of the oven earlier, and this is what we have. So if you like these recipes, I hope you go online and try it. And Corey, what is that website?
FayetevilleNC.gov/CookingwithFire.
There you go. Hope to see you. Receipt.